if I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. My next guests, I have Mark Welsh and Robert Olson, and they're with Seamless Services. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, you got to tell everybody a little bit about Seamless Services and what it is. What's it mean?
Well, Seamless Services is basically a full-service general contractor. We have multiple divisions: roofing, restoration, remodel. Today, what we want to really focus on is our paving division. That includes all the regular paving and coatings, and most importantly, the ADA compliance.
Right. That you had told before we had gotten in on the show. You said that you around places sometimes, and you see it. You see it all the time that people don't realize that they're not in compliance with what they should do. So let's talk a little bit about the paving division and what you do in the paving.
Well, all right. So I head up the paving division here at Seamless, and we take care of everything that goes along with that, whether that be earthworks, grading, saw cutting, demolition, removal and replacement, overlays, fabric overlays, slurry seals, seal coats, signage, striping.
There's a lot to go into paving.
And then that's just the asphaltic paving. Then we can get into the concrete work that we do as well, which are ramps, walkways, flat work. We can handle pretty much anything that anybody throws at us. So.
Okay. Now, you're valley-wide. Even you said you're statewide.
Yeah, that's right. We do the majority of our work here out of the Phoenix metro area. However, we will travel around the state for our other clients. We take pride in our customer service.
Okay, now your information is first the website, which is seamlesscontracting.com.
Correct.
And then they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And what they really want you to know, too, they're commercial and multi-family more than anything. So it's their phone number is 480-964-1052. They do free estimates. And today, we're talking a little bit about being in compliance and all of that, and their paving department. Why are you working? There's just something that you are involved with, which is the Americans with Disabilities Act. Why are you getting? And I can understand why. So tell them.
Right, and that's the ADA portion that we're really looking at. Both me and Bob are former military. I was Army. Bob's ex-Marine.
No such thing as an ex-Marine. Once
on,
a
Bob.
Marine, always a Marine, Mark. I got to remind him of that.
Either way, what we're basically doing is we're looking out to help the soldiers coming back, the troops coming out there. And the other thing is just the older generation that needs help, or the physically disabled people. When you go to a place and you see cars parked in the handicapped spots, or what's worse is the spot that's too narrow, the van won't go in there, the sign's faded, the whole area is just no good. It needs to be redone. 2, it's not in compliance. They're going to get a giant ticket if they don't fix it. There's guys going around who are just looking out to go and see if they can file a lawsuit to make money off of it, and that's just wrong too. So we're looking to get people in compliance, and we're doing that for people at no charge.
Wow, so you do this a free service for them. So I'm going to just kind of narrow and deep on this real quickly with you, because you kind of had that two-parted the way that I heard that. So if there's people that have these spaces for somebody who has a disability, there are people in there that are using them that are illegally parking there. Right. There are also people in there that are parking they can't park in there because it's not big enough.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Very specific rules on how big the parking spaces have to be, how many spaces you have compared to the percentage of the parking spaces, and like the vans, whether you have to have spaces for vans, and the signage. It's super important to have that signage. It's got to be the right height. It's got to be visible. It's got to be seen, because you can sometimes even go to the parking spot and you pull in there. You don't even see a sign. It's like, is it handicapped? Is it not? It's faded. You don't even know anymore.
How does somebody know if they're not in compliance?
Well, then they can give us a call, and we'll be the ones that are able to give them a detailed outline of where they're at. And to expand on what Mark was saying, a lot of the things too is this is about safety. So we want to ensure that people have safe, clear marked, delineated paths of travel and areas to unload at safely and get into the building.
Right. It sure makes a lot of sense. So if you're a business owner out there, if you don't know if you're in compliance, they do free. They're doing this free for you because they want to make sure that you are in compliance with them, but you can call them and talk to them. Their number is 480-964-1052. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're Valley and even statewide for you. Commercial and multifamily is what they kind of focus on. Again, their number is 480-964-1052. So do they have to be, in compliance? Do they have to be?
Yeah, they do. And, the ADA is a federally mandated part of the Americans with Disability Act. It's federally mandated. So there's a certain set of regulations, whether that be for paving, concrete, handrails, stuff along those lines. And this also expands into interior work as well within bathrooms and everything else. There's a big, ADA is huge, and it's much bigger than people think. And, Mark touched it earlier a little bit. We do have people going around trying to level out or hand out frivolous lawsuits. And, and we want to take care of our clientele. We work with national companies, national and local. So we just want to make sure everybody's protected and kind of give them a guideline to keep themselves from going into a courtroom.
Now, you're doing this for free for people.
Right.
And you said, too, that they will get ticketed.
Yes.
Because who's coming by? Who's looking for that?
So I'll tell you,
who's doing that job?
If every once in a while you'll see the public service people going through there. The police can issue tickets, but generally you're going to have people who are already retired. They're just helping out with the police departments. They come and they issue civil tickets. The bigger problem is if you get multiple tickets, you're looking at fines that could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for not complying. You have to be in compliance.
Sure, and it is. I was going to ask you just now, what are the fines for something like that? Could be a lot.
They're huge. They start usually minimal, and again, if you fail to do it and upgrade your spaces, then they just escalate. And it's up, and it keeps going, and some of them have been well over 100,000.
Yeah, Mark's right. And, within the construction industry, some of the biggest factors in it now is our safety, and then now also ADA compliance. These are things that property managers, building owners, business owners, they all have to keep this in mind. It's just one more thing that has to be done and has to be, up to compliance.
It's a win-win, not only for the owner, because you're here to help them make sure that they are in compliance. And I am sure that the people with disabilities really appreciate what you're talking about here now. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Both, like I said, me and Bob are both former military. And, my parents are getting old. They're having trouble getting around. I'd like to see them get those spots too and make sure they know what's there and it's safe to get out of their car to go.
Sure.
That's right. And not only for the veterans out there, but, the other disabled people, these are our mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. We all know somebody, we all have it. So, just by making sure that everything's safe, we're just keeping it that much better for everybody else.
And you're offering that again as a free service to the people. They want to make sure that you are in compliant. Their phone number again, it's 480-964-1052. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Check them out on their website. It's seamlesscontracting.com. So if, let's say, someone buys or leases a commercial building, can we presume that the previous owners or tenants made it, compliant?
Yep.
Is that true or no?
Absolutely not.
Right. Right.
Here's what happens.
Probably not.
You started business.
Absolutely not.
Right.
You had people on the show. They go and they lease a retail space. They go in there. They set up their shop. They're good to go. Next thing you know, they got a ticket because they're not ADA compliant. Whose fault is that? You don't know. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Unfortunately, you have to go out and you have to talk to your property manager and say, hey, listen, I want to rent this place, but here's one thing I want to make sure is, are we ADA compliant? The Americans with Disabilities Act has to be followed. It's very important. And again, who are the customers that have the spending money? They're the retired generation. You want them in your door. You want them in your shop. Make sure you're compliant so they can come in.
They want to make sure you are, and they're going to do this as a free service to you. Go ahead.
Oh, and real quick, Carol, I just wanted to say a very special hello to the woman I love, Veronica. She's working very hard right now over at Brian. So, hi, Veronica. Love you.
Well, I'll tell you another thing that I wanted to get to was that these people here, they're, as I said, they probably appreciate it more than anything because they hear this about it, because they're thinking every single time they want to go into it, either their place is taken up by somebody who's probably not even an
actual disabled person.
Right? It happens a lot. I see that. It bothers me, as well as for the people that they're not big enough or they didn't see the sign or what have you. They want to make sure you're compliant. They're commercial and multifamily. That's who they're working with. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Their website is seamlesscontracting.com. So real quickly, what else do you do?
Like I said, when we first started, we were a full-service general contractor, roofing, remodel, restoration. I don't know if you noticed there was a little storm when we came in today. I'm probably going to go back, have 15, 20 calls worth of leaks. We can take care of those for you. Feel free to give us a call.
They'll do a free estimate for you. And today they just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about what they're trying to help with all those people who are disabled. And if you're not in compliance, which you very well might not be, they want to help you. They're going to do that as a free service to you. And if you're listening to this and it's not you and you know somebody who owns one of these buildings, tell tell them about it. Their number again is 480-964-1052. And that website is seamlesscontracting.com.